Tell us why you're here today.
Because we did a vote in 2016, the democratic vote, it's not been upheld. Parliament's took it onto themselves. The corrupt MPs have took it onto themselves to deny our vote what we put them in power for. But now they're in power, they're stuck there defying what we put them in here for. And all these corrupt MPs now are saying they're getting picked on and abused, but why not? They actually went in there to do a job and they've gone and turned against will of people, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, how do we go by our rights and bring our children up if the corrupt system all the way through police, judicial services, everything, it's all involved. Parliament, MPs, everything, they're all corrupt. We get Prime Ministers corrupt. So how can we tell our children to bring them up straight and narrow when everybody above them is corrupt, but yet they're expecting the people to do as they're told by people that's not doing as they're told?
I am Peter Lynch. Every single one of you are Peter Lynch. Peter Lynch was a British, hard-working man, a grandfather who was taken off the streets for legal, lawful protest, non-violent protest, sentenced to 2 years, 8 months in prison. He's now dead. Children have lost their father. A woman has lost her husband. Grandkids have lost their granddad. For what? Because he protested against a tyrannical government that has no mandate. Keir Starmer. If your purpose, Keir Starmer, was to intimidate our country into silence, you fucking galvanised us like never before. You have no understanding that you've lit the fire in every British man's heart in the last 2 days. Everyone's seen the videos of that man talking about your corrupt government, talking about the Tory corrupt government, talking about you betraying your people. And what do you do to him? You get your judges, your politicised, weaponised court system to sentence a man to 2 years, 8 months in jail, whilst today you're letting out who? Paedophiles, real criminals. And then you put them in prison and you feed them to Muslim gangs. The fear that that man must have gone through in those last months of his life. Well, this Saturday, every single one of you are upset about his death. You need to get yourselves to London. You need Keir Starmer to understand he has galvanised us like nothing seen before. Our country is united now more than ever. Every one of us are Peter Lynch. We need to make sure he's seen Peter Lynch's name. He's a martyr for our country and a martyr for our cause. He cannot be forgotten. Look at the consequences when George Floyd, a criminal, was killed, a criminal with drugs. This man wasn't a criminal. He was a patriot. His only crime was detesting and confronting his government. So if you want to make a stand, it will be peaceful. I may be showing passion and anger now. On Saturday, there's no violence. You have to join us on the 26th. We have to send him a message. We have to send the world a message that our country and our people are galvanised together against the tyrants in power. They are taking our freedom every day. Look at the situation. Look how fast it's accelerated in the last 6 months. What do you want it to look like for your kids? The time is now, 26th October, 11 o'clock. Start at 11 o'clock at Victoria Station and we'll start at 1 o'clock. We're going to show our documentary, we're going to expose them. We're also going to celebrate who we are and we're going to remember this gentleman. We're going to remember him and we're going to pay tribute to him. If you're his family and you're watching this, we will pay for his funeral, we will pay for everything, okay? We want to remember him. I've seen t-shirts of him wearing a Tommy Robinson t-shirt. It's infuriating, so make sure you're there on the 26th.